We've got some mozzarella cheese that I've frozen. I grated it first and frozen it. I want to see how it freeze dries. So we're going to start the freeze dryer freezing down now before we bring the cheese out. Push start. Choose frozen. Is my drain closed? Yes, it is now. Say yes. It's going to start. The freeze dryer is at 69 degrees. It's got to get to 30 degrees before we move on to put the food in. I'll come down and bring the food in a minute. I love cheese. I like mozzarella cheese. Actually, I like most cheeses. But when I'm out camping, it's hard to do cheese, especially backpacking, unless it's the hard cheeses. But I love putting mozzarella cheese in some of my dishes. So I got 2 pounds of mozzarella cheese and I ran it through the food processor because I want to see if it'll freeze dry so that I can take with me and put it in some of my favorite dishes. So here's what I did. It took me a little while after it was frozen to break it apart. So some of it is mozzarella cheese crumbles rather than grated cheese. Not exactly sure how it's going to work. So we'll just kind of put it spread out. Don't want to do it too thick, just in case it doesn't work well. I've never done it. There's one tray. That's nice and cold. My hands are starting to get cold. This was 2 pounds, 2 pound block of mozzarella cheese. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I didn't just waste a whole block of cheese. It looks pretty good though, out on the tray. Let's see what happens as this goes. Save a little bit for the last tray here. Break apart some of the bigger blocks. They might be just fine, but we'll see what happens. We're going to do 4 trays loaded just like that. It's already frozen, so the freeze dryer can take it as soon as it's down to 30 degrees. We'll put it in. Hey guys, Camper Dad back. We're ready to put the mozzarella cheese in the freeze dryer. Just make sure I've got none on the bottom of the trays. Freeze dryer's chiming at me saying, I'm ready for food. I'm really excited to see what happens with the mozzarella cheese. Put all the trays in. I check the bottom of the trays because I don't like cleaning the shelf, but it does happen. Food's in. And push yes. And start. I don't know how long this is going to take, but when it's done, we'll come back and we'll see what it's like. The mozzarella cheese is done. I think, at least the freeze dryer says it is. I released the vacuum, but I'm heating the trays so that I can make sure they're as warm as possible to come out. I don't want them to be cold to gain moisture from the air. So I'm giving it a second to warm up. The process has ended while I was asleep. So it got really cold. It was -12. I'm going to let it warm up. and it's cold on your hands. It's about 60 degrees. I guess I can pull them out and see what happens now. Everything breaks apart really nice, even the chunks. So see what it tastes like. Tastes like mozzarella cheese. And pull all the trays out. That looks pretty good. Looks just like when I put it in. Yeah, everything is really dry. That's really good. Every tray, even the chunks that I couldn't get apart when they were frozen, now I can break apart and they're totally dry. All right, I'm gonna go figure out what I'm gonna store it in. I'll come back. I'm gonna tell the freeze dryer, nope, I don't need more time. Complete. Make sure my drain hose is open, and I'm gonna defrost it so that I make sure there's no ice or water for the next batch. Yes, I have removed the food. Start the defrost. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of this cheese in jars so that we can use it as we are over the next couple of months. Things I don't need stored for long term. And then I'm going to put some of it in vacuum seal bags. Maybe just a couple bags. That way I can put it in my long-term storage and it will be ready for us sometime later. The first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to get this silicone mat so that I can bend it like a burrito. Why anyone would freeze dry anything not in a silicone mat. I even do soups this way. Oop, I'm gonna dump some out the back here. This is so convenient, so easy. All freeze-dried foods just come right off the silicone mat and into whatever container I want to put it in, whether it's a bag or a jar. Get another jar prepared here. That'll be a good amount. The rest I can put over on this tray to use in a moment. Set this aside for cleaning later. Now I'm going to put my jars, lids on, not the rings. Come over here. I bought this off of Amazon. You can see that it fits right on top of the jar. Has a hole in the top. And it came with a hose specific for this. I've never tried it before on my vacuum sealer. But let's see what happens. I don't think you have to go very long. Just set it to pull vacuum out of the jar. Hopefully it comes with a hand pump. It only takes 15 to 20 pumps, but let's try it with the pump from the vacuum sealer this time. Let's see if it worked. It did not. I might have to try it a little bit more. Make sure the top of my jar is clean. I'll try one more time. That one did seal. Good. If that one works, maybe we can get the other one. Yep, that one sealed great. All right. I'll just put those rings on. We'll set them aside for a moment. I'm going to figure out how to do it with this at some point. But now I'm going to make some bags ready for this cheese. This one's pretty convenient. Not all of them come with a way to cut the bags right in the vacuum sealer, but I like it. I can never cut straight just with a pair of scissors. Let's try 3 bags for now. Just seal one edge of it. I try and put the heat seal fairly close to one end before I put food in. Then I get enough space in my bag. We're done. You can see I leave about a 1/2 inch there. I'm going to put another bag in to seal it. While that one's sealing, I'm going to put some of this food in. I just push the cheese in from the edge. Here I can curl up the silicone mat. What you want to make sure of is that you've got a couple inches in the top of the bag left to put in the vacuum sealer. That's just about as full as I think I dare go. You can see where I've got, I don't know, an 1.5 or 2 inches left there. This one's done, ready to come off the sealer. In every vacuum sealer, there's a chamber area that it pulls the air out of. You have to make sure that the bag goes past the heat seal and into the vacuum chamber area, Got it set to dry food. Vacuum this one. It's always nice to see the bag pull down tight. You know that your first seal was good. It vacuumed it, now it's going to seal the top of it. The other reason I leave so much at the top of the bag is so that I have place to write on the bag what's in it. There it says it's done. I set that aside. Put my third and final bag in here to seal the bottom, while I put cheese in this second bag. Just kind of pull everything into the center here. Curl up my silicone burrito here. Yeah, that works so well. Don't ever freeze dry without a silicone mat. It is not a pleasant experience. Vacuum seal that one. And I'm going to get this one now ready to seal. This worked out as well as I ever hoped. I'm so excited to have cheese in situations that I don't normally. I do like to take cheese with me when I'm backpacking, usually hard cheeses like Gouda and whatnot, but this will be good to put in chili or some of the other meals that I might have. I'll share it with you if I ever do it. Not if, but when I do it. I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but I like to put the smooth side of the vacuum sealed bags down, because then it has something to rest against the lip of the vacuum sealer. I don't know if it makes a difference. So you can see where I seal these just a little bit farther down. That way I have space to write on it what it is. This one is not sealing. We'll find out why. Maybe I didn't have the bag totally flat. I hope it's that and not that it's not sealed on the bottom lip, bottom edge of the bag. There we go. While that's sealing, here I'm going to have 3 vacuum sealed mozzarella cheese bags for later use. These ones are vacuum sealed in jars. I can't wait to find a use for them in the next couple of weeks. Thanks everybody. Bye.